What's up, Minnesota high school football fans? My name is Caden Christensen, and I'm here representing the Minnesota High School Football Network. And tonight I get the pleasure of sitting down with the defensive leader for Stillwater, leading tackler, senior class of 2025 linebacker Cal Nitti, and also a man with multiple D1 offers, Nick Kinsey, junior class of 2026 quarterback for the Stillwater Ponies. Boys, thanks for being on tonight. How are things going this week? How are you feeling?
Things are going good. We've had a great day of practice. That Forest Lake's a great physical team, so we've thrown in a little more hitting this week. But I think game plan for both sides of the ball has been really good, and we're really excited to put it all together Friday night.
Awesome.
Yeah, kind of what Nitti said. Game's gonna be won on line of scrimmage. We got two pretty dominant line of scrimmage teams from the SEC. They got Howie Johnson, Minnesota commit, good player. He's a force to be reckoned with. And our O line and our D line have been pretty dominant all season, so it'll be a good test.
All right, so you guys are 3-1 this year. Let's talk about that record. You guys had a rough first game against Lakeville North. How has the team's mindset changed at all since that opening week loss to Lakeville North, or has anything changed in general, like culture, game plan wise, anything like that, to lead you guys to now being on a 3-game win streak? This is open to either one of you. Go ahead.
Nitti, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. That game was definitely won on the line of scrimmage, and that first run play, when they get 69 yards right off the gate and then they punch it in next play, definitely hurts. And it's a rain game. We got to take care of the football. Part of defense, we need to take away the football, and we didn't, take that opportunity to. But really, what has changed is kind of our identity. Practice, was a little more dead. We didn't really strive in the heat, and we kind of really reflected, and we sat down how we want to be identified as a team this year. We got our 3 words, and we really cracked down on that, and it's really just been on a roll, and it's really fun to play with them.
Awesome.
Yeah, kind of building off what Nitti said. Defense, they played a great game. They kept it close for us. We, our game plan wasn't the strongest at the beginning. We came out trying to throw the ball. Inexperienced receivers, first varsity game, and it's probably some of the worst conditions I've ever played in. I mean, it's just pouring. So, a few things didn't play into our game, and the score was a lot closer than what it showed. We had a 4th down in the 4th quarter, and we were driving, and we got a bad spot, give them the ball, they go score, and then turnover, they score, and the score goes a lot different than what we pictured. So, the game plan part, we've given the ball to Emilio. That's our guy on the offensive side of the ball right now. He's hot, feed the hot hand, and he's been incredible. So that's been a little bit different than last year for sure.
Yeah. Great. So you guys are coming off a nice homecoming win against Mounds View last week. This week you're coming in to the Forest Lake team who has their homecoming this week. It's going to be a packed crowd. What have you guys seen from Forest Lake on film this week, or what do you know about them as a team?
Forest Lake offensively, they run a lot of formations, and they're really good at running those formations. Number 0, defense likes to go off in numbers just so, we can get that easier. We're not the smartest guys. But he's a great player. He definitely, when he pulls or, when he kicks out, really, really good at that. So, we've been planning on what to do with that. Running back is a young guy, fast guy. And then a lot of motion that we've had to take care of. We saw the film on White Bear Lake. They adjusted too much of that, and we don't want to over adjust, and we also don't want to play lopsided on one side of the ball. So it's really been cracking down on leverage and kind of just finding out what we like when the offense runs, force leg scout. And I think that we figured out what we want to do, and we're excited to execute it.
Awesome.
I got full faith in the defense. I had full faith in defense all year. They've played spectacular so far. So really excited to see if we can win the turnover battle, because that's what our coaches preach. But from the defense day, like I said, Howie Johnson, great defensive end. Number one, I don't know his name, but he's a good player, outside linebacker. Other than that, they like to sit in cover 2, cover 4, and cover 3, just depending upon what formation we're in, for football fans, just telling you guys. But I didn't see anything special. Howie Johnson just got to make sure that he's not a game changer, and take care of the ball. And as my job is just get the ball to the playmakers and let them make the plays, and we'll be just fine. So it's gonna be, like I said, gonna be a game won in the line of scrimmage, like it's been all year. So really excited to see some hard-nosed football, and go out there and give it our all.
Awesome. Yeah. So you guys have had Forest Lake's number for a while now. Stillwater in general has just been a really good program. Last year was a really close game though, between you guys. Stillwater and Forest Lake came down to a Hail Mary on the last play. It was just outside of the Forest Lake receiver's fingertips. But nonetheless, you guys both played really good games. Nick, you threw for almost 300 yards that game. Cal, you had 10 total tackles. But Nick, I want to know what Stillwater's offense has to do this time around to make sure that Forest Lake isn't hanging around at the end of the game like they were last year.
We last year was really, really tough in the close games category. I mean, we would put so much stress on the defense. We'd have them on the field too much. And this year we've done a little bit better of a job of making sure to, when we get the opportunity to go out there and score, when we get in short fields and whatnot. But, we turned the ball over too much. We didn't score on opportunities we should have. And it was a really bizarre game last year too. The 3-hour rain delay finished the game when the clock struck midnight. I mean, these headlines were crazy, but it was a close game. It was too close. We had some mess ups between me and Emilio, some turnovers, and but yeah, it was a fun game, and it was our homecoming game, so I won't forget that one.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
just gotta put it away. Gotta put it away.
Crazy game. Cal, what about you? What does the defense have to do to make sure that Forest Lake doesn't have a chance to make a big play and take the game at the end?
When Nick said we've been preaching turnovers the whole time, and also time of position. Last year, just in general, defense was out there a lot. Our offense was very big and explosive on the passing plays. And so this year it's been very beneficial to have Emilio pound the rock, give the defense a breather. And so, we can come out 100%. We've been stopping a lot of teams on fourth downs, giving the offense good field positions. So I think if we can get some punch outs, we've seen on film that, they don't handle the ball great. So if we can have one of those 2 turnovers, that puts our offense on the field, that's and we take care of the ball, and we put some points on the board. I think the sooner we do that, and we kind of get momentum, it kind of takes that homecoming feel of all the people in the stands, and kind of brings them down. So it's important to jump off the start really hot.
Yeah, for sure. So I touched on it earlier a little bit, but yeah, Stillwater has been a really good program for a while now. For the people that are outside of Stillwater's football program, what would you guys say that Stillwater's culture is built on? What makes Stillwater football?
I'd say the history. We have a great history, and we keep that history. We keep that tradition. We're still single line, going through the banner. We have all these little tic-tac things that our coach, does well to keep the tradition. And that also is the reason why we have such good turnouts at our home games. The whole 18 communities comes behind us on Friday nights, Thursday nights sometimes this year, but they do a really good job of that. And everyone knows that Friday nights become support the Ponies, and we're very grateful of that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was new here a few, like almost 2.5 years ago, something like that. And the moment I came in, there was just a different tradition around football. It felt like a family when I stepped in here. It didn't feel like a football team. It felt like a family, and it felt like the whole town and all of anybody who went to Stillwater came and supported us at those games, and that was just a crazy feeling for me to have to be a part of. So I was an outsider, so this is a really good answer to your question. It's just like, a family, a community, just all together in one, just come in and support. Like, there's no other feeling than on a Thursday or Friday night stepping on the Pony Stadium under the lights and, having everybody cheer you on and, throwing touchdowns, just being a part of it.
As we're kind of closing up here, what do you guys say that individually, like what's your game based on? What is just like one or two sentences to sum up how you guys play the game of football? Like, what's your on-field superpower, if you will?
I'd say my ability to take film and apply it. I always was interested in, drawing all these formations up, knowing what I need to do. And then I can, apply that to the game. And so when I see certain formations or, certain reads, I can fill downhill and make those tackles. And I think that's what our whole defense does, really well.
Yeah, Nitti from practice, you call out all these things. Like, he's the vocal leader of the defense. Every time a motion happens, every time the littlest thing happens, he's calling out, Arby's mic or something. I don't know, something stupid. Like, I just kind of laugh. But I feel like my superpower, I would say, is just I can look out there and I can tell you, what coverage they're in, who's going where the blitzer is or pressure is, where my line's blocking to, and I can get the ball out pretty quickly. So I have a good idea of where I'm going to go with the ball before the snap even happens. And so that's kind of like my thing is like, I'm going to look out there. I'm going to see two high safeties. I'm going to go to the trip side because of, one little thing I see, like, because they're in cover 2 or cover 4 or 2-man, or that guy's going to rotate, or, whatever it is. I feel like I have a good advantage in that just because I've studied so much throughout all the years.
Yeah, it's great that you guys put such a big emphasis on your preparation. That's definitely is a big part in making you guys the players that you are. Last question for you guys. Thanks for being on again. It's been great having you. What are your plans for after high school, Cal? I know you're a senior. Do you got any big plans in the making after high school? And then Nick will get to you next after Cal.
Yeah. Football has taken me on a journey. I started in 9th grade, so, I'm still young to football. I'm still developed, and so I'm hoping that I can play college at the next level and keep developing. On what level of football that is, I'm not sure yet. Those weeks 1 through 4 highlights, I've been sending out to coaches. And so, I have some top schools in mind, but I'm really just, kind of open to any college. But I guess that's kind of my plan. I want to play college football, but after that, I want to become an electrician. So, you don't need to go to college for that. But, I think getting a business degree in college and playing football is definitely where I want to go after high school.
Awesome.
I've had a pretty crazy journey as a football player. I didn't play quarterback until 7th grade. or 8th grade actually, because I didn't play during COVID. I played, O-line, D-line, linebacker growing up, but I've always known, like, I love football, I love baseball, and I've always wanted to play that in college and the next level after that. And I started getting offers in 8th grade. I got 2 from camps. I got UConn and Old Miss, and then I've had 4 since then, just, now that I'm a junior. But yeah, just college. I just want to go wherever it feels like home, wherever I'm getting to get an opportunity to play and ball out. And it's always been my dream to be a Hall of Famer in whatever sport I play in college, and then be a Hall of Famer at the next level after that. Like I love football, I love baseball, I love being a part of a family, part of a team, and bringing energy on whatever field it is.
Awesome. Well, yeah, we wish you guys the best of luck in those endeavors. And good luck tomorrow night. It's going to be a good one. Look forward to seeing you guys there and ball out. So, all right. Thank you guys for hopping on tonight. It's been great
Thank you for having us.